Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Technology Tip of the Week. Today I'm going to introduce you to a free tool called TeacherMade, which allows you to, as you can read here, convert all of your paper, printables, exit tickets, worksheets, assignments, and turn them into digital activities that you can distribute via Google Classroom, and also get automatic grading on these paper-based assignments turned digital. So a lot of people are doing that right now with just taking a Google slide, putting in a blank text box, and instructing their kids to give them put their answers in the place on the worksheet where they want it to be. That's a great tool, and it's worked really well. This tool, relatively new. It's been about 6 weeks. Teachers are starting to adopt this, and I wanted to walk you through how it works. So you get started by clicking on Sign Up Now. And you can see I have a bunch of worksheets here, and all of them have been assigned. So I'm going to create a worksheet, give it a title. And then backdrop. And what the backdrop is the actual PDF or the JPEG or the Word doc of something that you want kids to write on or feedback. So this here is a rounding worksheet that I scanned and placed into and emailed to me through the copier in the office. And now I have all these, I have my worksheet, and I have tools to allow me to get feedback from students. I'm going to work through left to right. I'm going to just use these two, but talk about the other ones. The first one here is a short answer. And what really differentiates this tool from other tools, like Google Slides, is that it allows you to put in a correct answer. So that's short answer. This is drop down. So I have a small space to work with, but I still want to give kids multiple choices. So 67 round, I'm going to put in, one wrong answer, one right answer, and then one if you're not following directions answer, and then a distractor, and another one that if you're not following directions type of answer. So, so I have to select what the correct answer is. I'm on the spot. What is it? Okay, round to the nearest 10, 67 is 70. So like I said, there's multiple different ways to get student responses. You just select the response tool that you want, place it where you want it, and follow the directions, really. So you'll notice, though, that with this paragraph text or the open answer, there isn't a way to do automated assessment. We can do matching. So let's say you want to match this spot to this spot. Click on the matching. Click on the matching again. Hold Shift and connect them. So that would be when we preview this, like you need to drag this to this, and you can imagine what that looks like. There's multiple choice, and I can draw my rectangle here for my multiple choice, and that's the correct answer. I can do check all that apply, 4 choices, drop them in, so then these two are the right answer. So lots of different ways to get student feedback and assess student work in a standardized way that we're used to. I want to look at math here. Let's say I need to do a mixed number, and the answer here is going to be 1 3/4. I can place that in as an option for students to respond. I can also, we can go down the list. This one needs to be a fraction. Lots of different ways for students to respond. Algebraic expressions, just a regular number. I want to make sure here that this is a number. And then I can allow, do I allow the comma? Yes or no. Do I allow the minus or negative? Yes or no. So you really have the ability to manipulate the way that students enter in their answers so that you can get the correct answer. I can insert my own images here if I want to overlay something. I can block out large portions of an assessment that I know that I don't want kids to answer, and change the color of that if I so decide. Many different ways to mark up this piece of paper so that you can get student feedback. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and my next step will be to show you how you distribute this. So you can go up, click File and Close, or you can just close it up here. And to distribute this, I'm going to create an assignment, and it's going to run through our Google workspace. So you're going to use a Google account, and you're going to create, and then you get to decide, do they get their score and do they get the answers right away? However you like to do that, that's up to you, and how you want to show them, whether it's points earned or their percentage or points possible, all the different ways that you give feedback. Not all of them, but many different ways are there. So now I've created this assignment. It's in the TeacherMade app, but I want to distribute it to a Google Classroom. I can do that just simply by saying share to Google Classroom. I have this demo account. Rounding lesson 3. Go to link and submit. Okay, I talked a little bit last week about, or the last few weeks, about making sure that you always put your assignments into topics so that they're organized. We're going to do before meeting work. I can do my points here if I want. And then I'm going to choose assign. If you're doing this Skywards link, you need to have a due date there. So this is what that ends up looking like in this demo class. There's my rounding lesson 3. I'm going to click back. I'm going to take you into my demo student. Click on rounding lesson 3. So we've distributed it. Now I want to show you how students complete. So they go to their classwork. They know that before their meeting homework is here, they're going to click on that. And then you'll need to instruct them to click on Begin with Google. And sometimes this takes 3, 4, 5 seconds to load. And I'm going to get the first one right and the second one wrong. When they're done, they press done and choose OK. I got my instantaneous feedback. I got 1 point. Because it's not completely integrated to Google yet, I need to say mark as done so that it's done. At some point coming up soon, as soon as you turn that in TeacherMade, it will also turn it in Google Classroom, but it's not there yet. So I'm back here in my teacher screen, and I can see that one person turned it in, and I don't see that any work was done. All of the work that's done is here in my worksheet. So I have my rounding lesson 3, and I click into it, and in the detail it has what's been completed. So I can see that there was a score. I got the score and the right answer. I can make comments for letter B, follow directions carefully. And then return to students. And this link here, if I copy that and come back to Joelle's work, I can give her this private comment that gives her, my assessment. I also can drop a class comment in here. That's probably the best practice, because that will just bring them to their specific feedback for the work that they did. So put that in the class comment and everybody can go and see their feedback. This is what that looks like on the student end. So she clicks on this class comment. You'll need to direct them to begin with Google. And she can see for part B, I need to follow the directions carefully. Oh, whoops, I got that wrong. And she can see what was right and the actual correct answer, and what was wrong and what was the actual correct answer. So just to take us back, this is TeacherMade. It is free. They're promising it's going to stay free even after COVID's gone. There will, I think they go into some detail here about, there might be some premium, but the free model is always going to be linked into Google Classroom. Yeah, you can explore that. It's going to be linked to Google Classroom. It's going to do the automated grading. It's going to do all the things that we need it to do and let you keep your workflow going. So that's a little bit about TeacherMade. If you have any questions, let me know. Remember, be bold, go Jacks.